Rainier in the distance. There are few cities finer on a clear afternoon than this one, and we have a picture-perfect day for football at Lumen Field in Seattle. Today, it's week 3, and we've got a good one in store between the Green Bay Packers and the Seattle Seahawks. It's the first weekend of autumn, and the NFL is in full swing as off we go on EA Sports. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Jones wants to throw to start things out here. And the catch is made here by Tyler Lockett. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that, you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch. Now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
A 6-yard pass on back-to-back plays. Picks up the first. Opening carry of the game for Cordero Patterson. And he puts his head down and gets up to the 42 for a gain of about 6. The Seahawks at 2-0 here to begin the season. And they come in feeling pretty good after back-to-back victories, CD.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. On second down, a run with Patterson. And very little daylight there. He'll get a couple up to the 44. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. Throwing, Jones. He's got his tight end fan. And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line.
I like how they work the tight end on a nice little under route there. And if you're going to give him that much space, he's not going to catch the football. He's going to run away from you a little bit, and that's exactly what he just did there, picking up extra yardage.
1st and 10, it's Patterson. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 41. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through, but that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. Now Jones. And he'll complete this one to Patterson. And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 23. They'll give it to Patterson. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. The loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
I think sometimes when you're trying to get after the quarterback, maybe it's better to be lucky than great, because I think on that one, he's just trying to get upfield and rush the passer. Instead, the tackle for the loss landed right in his lap.
Now on 2nd and 13, Jones. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
As a coaching staff, you can call just about whatever you want because you understand you have guys who reliably take away those massive shots downfield. You're not as worried about giving up the big one.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Well, he's been targeted quite a bit on this drive. And finally, I think the guys on the defensive side, they said no more. They slapped the double coverage on him. Made it very tough for him to get the ball.
Myers' kick is good. And the Seahawks grab a 3-0 lead. No touchdown there, but if that first drive is any indication, it looks like they're going to have a pretty good day passing the football.
I would say confidence would have to be pretty high after that first drive, able to throw it almost at will. You're exactly right. They didn't get the touchdown, but 3 points serves as a nice notice about how this offense is going to move.
Rodgers will bring the pack up with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. They'll send a receiver in motion left. The drive begins with a run by Dixon. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Part of their struggles last week was getting these negative plays on 1st and 2nd down. That's something they have to be wary of as this game continues.
On 2nd down, it's Dixon. And the result here the same as the last play. Another tackle behind the line of scrimmage by the Seahawks defense. There was a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11. Backed up here, tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first. On play action, now Rodgers. That's caught by his tight end, Foster Moreau. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Give him 18 on that play, and Green Bay has the first as well. Well, on 3rd down, he wanted to go to one of his most dependable targets, and that's who he found, his tight end there, to pick up the first, Charles.
And he used the proper word there, dependable, and sometimes spectacular.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Justin Coleman, and the Seahawks are going to take possession of the football. That throw, Charles, over the middle of the field, and a few too many bodies in there got picked.
That's a normal situation, too, isn't it? No matter how hard you try and spread the field sometimes, there's always going to be a traffic jam, it feels like, towards the middle. And if there's any type of a missed throw, or maybe the ball's tipped, or just too many bodies in the area, an interception can result.
Patterson, he'll try it up the middle. And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
Jones throw into the hands of Fant. And the tackle going to be made at the 38. This is 3rd and 1. Very likely 4-down territory, even if they don't get it, though. Off the play fake. Jones going right back to Fant. And he is going to have a Seahawks first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
Handoff running left, Patterson. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you've got to continue to try and run and try and keep the defense honest.
You mean, or else they'll just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Once more, they turn to Patterson. And he's got this pretty close to a first down as the tackle is made at the Packers' 14. The offense on third down, they've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This time they face a 3rd and 2. Back to throw. Jones dancing to his left. And tight coverage there. It's knocked away, incomplete.
Coaches talk about it all the time. Players talk about it as well. Excellent job staying disciplined in coverage and making that stop. Inside the red zone, every stop like that could be preventing a possible touchdown.
They'll go. It's Patterson. And he's not going to get the first. I don't even think he made it back to the line of scrimmage. He needed a couple, but he didn't even get back to the line of scrimmage. And the Packers D comes up with a big stop. A chance to get some momentum here in the second quarter, getting their first trip into the red zone, but unable to get it across.
And if I'm the head coach, sure, you feel some disappointment, maybe a little bit of deflation there because you didn't get it in. But I'm going straight to rah-rah mode. All right, guys, we didn't get it this time. It's only the second quarter. We'll be back. Let's get it later on. I want to keep this team up. I don't want them to feel like they've let everyone down.
Positive.
Got to be positive in this situation. It's too early to think that you don't have a chance to win this game.
And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first. Now on first, Dixon again. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
From the 31, Rodgers, quick slant to Watson. So give him 5 yards there on the catch and catch. And that'll leave him with a 3rd and 2.
What's up about this defense is when they see slant routes thrown, is that the receiver is on the move, and every time he catches it and gets upfield, does a really nice job rallying to him and stopping him for a minimal gain.
On 3rd and short, it's Dixon. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. It's a gain of 12, and the Packers have the first.
That was good, tough running right up the middle. And if the defense can't penetrate and make him slow his pace or change direction, that's often the end result.
They'll send a receiver in motion to the left. Rodgers now on first down. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
Now that was a passer's nightmare. The front door totally shut down by the defense, so he kept going backwards, hoping to find another avenue of escape. It didn't exist.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Rodgers, his throw incomplete.
They're guaranteed they approach this play with the idea of making up ground to make 3rd down manageable. Unfortunately, with that incompletion, right back where they started on the last snap. Now they need a big 3rd down play in order to pick up the yardage needed.
7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. Rodgers going to throw. The screen pass here to Cohen. They do get 7 out of that, but not enough to prevent a 4th down.
And that's a play that's not uncommon on 3rd and long because the offense is just hoping that somehow they can get a guy in space and follow some blockers downfield. Does a pretty nice job there getting a few yards, but he ends up getting stopped before he get the 1st down.
O'Donnell, he's on to punt as he gets this one away. It'll wind up just a 35-yard punt, no return, and it'll be Seahawk football as they take over deep in their own territory. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And on the last drive, they were in field goal range. They just opted not to kick it, didn't get it. How does that change the mentality this go around?
I don't think it changes much for the head coach because this is what he preaches all the time. Attack at all times in any spot on the field, and he likes touchdowns, not field goals. Now, your field goal kicker, you've got to make sure you nurse him through and say, okay, don't worry about it. When we need you, you've got to be ready to go. And the team, of course, loves to see points on the board. So let's see if it changes a little bit if they're in the same spot again.
Yeah, we'll see what the decision is here if they get to that spot. And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3. A couple extra tight ends in the formation here as they line up 3rd and 2. Looking to throw. Jones escaping the pressure right. And he's able to get this one up to his 30 before he's out of bounds. Give him 7 on the tuck and run, and it'll get him a new set of downs.
Well, he and his offense were staring down what was likely a 3-and-out. Zero fear from his side, though. Never doubted for a second they'd pick up the first. He's ready to pull the trigger on the keeper the moment it revealed itself.
Straight ahead, Patterson. And nothing much materializing there on the 1st down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Sliding. Oh, he tries to get it to Metcalf, but it's intercepted. And the Packers are going to take possession of the football. Well, Charles, you got a quarterback out of the pocket trying to make a play, and you get it, but instead he ends up throwing it to the other team.
And, partners, we know to be successful in this league, number one, you're going to have to be able to make plays on the perimeter or when the pocket breaks down. But number two, you've got to make smart decisions with the football. And that time, that simply was not a smart decision.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Up the middle they go with Dixon. And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. Second quarter, 2 minutes remain. 3-0 our score. The slot man in motion right. They stay on the ground with Dixon. It's a 4-yard pickup there, and it leaves him with 3rd and 5.
If you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people in front? Leverage, athleticism, they create some nice space for him.
From the gun, it's Rodgers. Looking for his receiver, sharp, and it's intercepted. Jonathan Abram picks it, and the Seahawks force the turnover. They'll take over at the 10. So consecutive interceptions here early on in this one, and maybe setting the tone, Charles, for a game where the defense really takes center stage.
And don't you think that both offenses are really catching a bit from their coaching staff about avoiding these turnovers that we've seen early? I think both teams are trying to find an advantage. We know that. Can one of them break away and take control of this game?
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And now with still more than a minute to go in what's been a tight game, you figure we'll try to see them move the ball downfield.
And remember, they get the kickoff to start the second half, so this is a golden opportunity for them to go down there and put up a couple of sixes back-to-back. What a momentum swing that would be.
Yeah, you might be able to get a 2-for-1 without ever even giving up the football. Here's Jones on first down. It's complete to Lockett. And he'll be corralled right around the 34. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 45 seconds to go in the first half. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Back to throw. Jones got a man. It's Patterson complete. And he'll go out of bounds, it looks like, right at the 40. A nice little screen. They get 6 on first down.
Good call there on first down. And, Brandon, I'm getting better over the years and not screaming out, screen, screen, screen with my defensive training. They want to keep those pass rushers honest, and they did so there, and they wind up picking up positive yardage.
They'll come up on a 2nd and 4 now from the 40-yard line. Out of the gun, a run with Patterson. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. It's caught. Lockett. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. Coming up on 2nd and 7. Patterson running between the tackles. Calling a gain of a couple, and that's going to leave them with a 3rd and about 5. Now another timeout called for by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Play number 7 now coming up on the drive. 3rd and 5. Looking to throw. Jones. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone for the Seahawk touchdown. DK Metcalf in the final seconds of the first half. And the Seahawks will extend their lead here just before halftime. Myers connects on the PAT. And the lead grows to 10-0. So 6 seconds, all that remains of this first half as the kick is away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. And no reason to do anything foolish as they'll snap it one more time on first down. And with time running short here, they'll simply take a knee, and that should do it for half number 1. So we are at halftime here in downtown Seattle with the Seahawks out in front. As we send you cross-country to Orlando, Jonathan Coachman is there and has our EA Sports halftime report. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. The Packers set to get the football first, and they are trailing on the scoreboard as we resume action, ready for the 3rd quarter. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. And Rodgers intercepted a 3rd time. And the Seahawks are going to take possession of the football. And that one is going to sting. First play of the 3rd quarter and a turnover. And you have to know that at halftime, they spent a lot of time going through their checklist of what they wanted to accomplish to start this 3rd quarter. Turning it over like this was not on that list. Not at all. And you come out of the locker room trailing, so that first drive to establish momentum is very key. Crucial. A shotgun handoff to Patterson. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Off play action. Jones. All in all, no gain on the play, and it'll bring up 3rd.
Brandon, I think he's just grateful to get back to the line of scrimmage and avoid not just losing yardage, but a big hit on that play as well. That defense closed on him quick and forced a quick surrender out of bounds.
They haven't made much of this great starting field position they had. Here's 3rd and 6. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Darnell Savage. And the Packers are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 24-yard line. So that, Charles, may be the play that this defense has been looking for.
They've hung in there, and if they lose this game, it won't be from a lack of effort on their part. The key question is, can the offense finally do something? Because we're into the 3rd quarter, and a 0 is still glowing on the scoreboard.
And he'll take it forward for about 5 up to the 28-yard line.
Oh, that was a thing of beauty right there. Look at how quick those blockers fired off the line once the ball was snapped. That was an O-line on a mission, all in sync, and the defense is lucky that play only picked up 5 yards.
Second and 5 now. Rodgers. Pass caught. It's Romeo Doubs. First target, first catch, and a first down.
A little football 101 there. You just see the receiver try to run down the defender, meaning he goes right at him and really trying to move him a little bit towards the center of the field so he can put his foot in the ground and break to the out, to the sideline, and make a catch.
On first down, Rodgers. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line.
A couple of first downs right in succession, and this is an offense that could really use a good drive, and they're off to a fast start here.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. They'll bring a receiver in motion left. On first down, they go with Dixon. And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
That felt like a trap because it looked to me like the opposing front was on that play from the get-go. They had everyone crashing the ball carrier before he even made the line, and they hold him to just a yard.
And they'll send the slot in motion left. On 2nd and 9, Rodgers. Throw right side into the hands of Foster Moreau. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 34-yard line. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down. Now a play fake. Rodgers. He'll find his tight end here, DeGuara. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. A good pickup there at 22.
It's taken a while for this offense to get going. A little creaky at the start, but they're oiled up now. A nice throw there, and they're really putting together a good drive. Rodgers now on first down. Firing quickly here, and that's complete.
Down to the 6-yard line on a pickup of 6 as he gets halfway to the goal line.
I think a lot of people ask the same question all the time. Why do we see so many slants in the red zone? Well, the windows are tighter. Everything's more condensed. It has to be quicker, and you've got to deliver the ball on time. Your biggest worry, ball gets tipped in the air, because if that happens, then it's fair game for the defense.
And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1.
We talked about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
On 3rd down, here's Dixon. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Green Bay touchdown. A great play there. His 2nd rushing touchdown on the year. And the Packers have got it back to within a score. Now the try here for the extra point. And they're back within a field goal. It's 10-7 now. So the Packer kickoff team set to go as they will kick this one away. Taking it about the 1. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. Their lead down to a field goal now as they start with a 1st and 10. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. Throwing on 2nd down. Jones in trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. Rashawn Gary that time fighting free and getting to the quarterback.
Well, many times when you talk about mobile quarterbacks, you get the sense that they feel like they can get out of any bad situation. They keep moving around and trying to emulate guys like the Scrambler or the Dodger. Instead, they keep losing yardage and digging themselves a hole that they can't get out of.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He's got a man complete. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. A real letdown defensively. That was 3rd and a bundle, but they allow the conversion.
I don't care what level of football you played. This one was a universal, wasn't it? When we were kids and we played touch football, remember we get in these positions and you just say, everybody go long, and hope someone would come free.
And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play. Patterson on the draw. And this will be taken across midfield and into Green Bay territory. The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard. Again, Patterson. And good space to operate there as he takes this down inside the 35-yard line. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Back to throw. Jones. He finds his man complete. That's Patterson. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. That'll give him 8 that time, and they'll be left with 2nd and a couple. He's already proven to be a factor in the running game on this drive. Now he gets involved in the passing game.
I think what we're seeing here is the modern version of workhorse in the NFL, being able to run it and catch it with equal proficiency.
On
on second down to run with Patterson. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 4 coming up. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. Looking to throw. Jones. He'll find Metcalf. And he won't get to the marker. He's a yard short. A pickup of 3. It leaves him with 4th and 1. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave him with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Jones now throwing on 4th down. And he'll be brought down at about the 23-yard line.
Now all through this one, they've had nothing but success throwing the football and in the passing game. Here we are in the 4th quarter. The time you'd think they'd be running the football, they're still tossing it around and having great success. And it appears a whole lot of fun as well.
1st and 10, it's Patterson. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. Cordero Patterson, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Seahawks are able to build on to their 4th quarter lead. Extra point up and through by Myers. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And they'll let that one go as it skips through the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And you figure after giving up that last touchdown, they trail by 2 scores here in the 4th quarter. This drive becomes very critical. They fake the give. Now Rodgers. He's going to wind up and air it out. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
We've seen that the deep ball has been a part of their game plan all afternoon, but they've had trouble hooking up on it, unable to successfully find the end zone over the top.
So following the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 25. Dixon trying up the middle. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on 1st down, and you're able to shut down the running play on 2nd.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going to the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
The Packers on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. Play action. Now it's Rodgers. Finding Sterling Shepard for his first catch. And he's going to have a Packers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Now, correct me if I'm wrong. You're down 2 scores. I don't think you need to rush just yet, but you can't take your time either.
Yeah, even if you don't want to commit to full 2-minute offense, you have to up the tempo, up the urgency. Maybe you're starting to call 2 plays in a huddle each time you snap the ball.
Throwing on 1st down is Rodgers. Completes this again to Shepard. And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47.
This possession means so much for them. They've got to focus on this drive and find a way to make this a 1-possession game.
Yes.
Got to get a score.
Yeah, so good with a field goal. Don't necessarily need a touchdown. To throw again on 2nd down. Rodgers looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Bowers. And he'll be brought down right on the 50. A gain of 3. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. You tackle them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Play action. It's Rodgers. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Offensively lucky they're able to keep the football, but now 4th down, so they'll have to boot it away.
I do think, though, they're going to look at this as a positive. 1, they recovered the fumble, so they retained possession. But 2, being able to punt it changes field position for them. Imagine if that turnover takes place there. Now your defense has to go onto the field and try and hold. Instead, they get a little breathing room.
Now Rodgers got to have this one. And that is incomplete, but there is a flag. And on 4th down, this is a big call. So they elect to decline it.
And why not? Just go ahead and let the play stand, and they'll take that.
And it looks like this will be the last play before the 2-minute warning. Give to Patterson, running to the right. And he'll get 2 or 3 out of that one, as that is going to take us to the 2-minute warning. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. Here's Patterson again. A 1-yard gain there following the 3-yard pickup on 1st down. And now we'll see a timeout used on defense as they stop it right out of the break with 1:57 to go in the ballgame. 3rd down, here's Patterson. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. This late in the game, Charles, I think you maybe seriously have to think about going for it.
Especially where they are in terms of field position, because this is almost like no man's land. Might hurt your punter because there might not be enough space, maybe too far for your field goal kicker. I'm like the old rule. Possession is 9/10 of the law. Possession is 9/10 of winning the game. Go for it. Get the first down, close it out.
So they settle for just the 3, but clearly right now anything helps trying to salt this one away on the 4th.
Without a doubt, obviously a touchdown probably would have been the final nail to finish this thing off, but it's still ate up time, got points. So while it's not mission accomplished, it's darn close.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And last time, went for it on 4th, didn't get it. See if they can pick themselves up off the mat and do better this go-around. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Quandre Diggs. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Well, just to add that to the list of great moments for this defense today, they've really shredded that game plan on the other side, all 4 quarters. Hey, Charles, that pick 6, that's kind of the cherry on top.
Yeah, they did it, and I feel like I'm quoting a bad movie line, but they did it together, didn't they? Fed off of each other. Every big play they made, every tackle, every pick, everything they've done. They continue to build energy in this one, and how about them culminating with a pick 6?
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. Fields it right around the goal line. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And they unfortunately are staring at a mini losing streak developing, trailing here in the 4th quarter. This would be their 3rd straight defeat. And room to run as he's up past the 35-yard line. 50 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
On second down, it's Dixon. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. It's a gain of 12, and the Packers have the first.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
Meanwhile, Rodgers' throw brought in by Watson. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give him that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
On the give, this is Dixon. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. So the victory here for Seattle, and it was their defense that really paved the way to this victory as they allowed the 1 touchdown, and that was all she wrote.
Almost want to do the defense chant right now, right? Defense with a couple of claps in there, but no one wants to hear that from me. Let's just talk about how they got it done, though. When you take care of every aspect of the game, shut down the run, control the airways, right? Make sure the quarterback is harassed. This is the type of performance you get. They can't fashion together any offense, no consistency, and they just took control.
So for the Seahawks, it's an ideal start as they move to 3-0 now on the young season. And they will hit the road next week for a date with the New Orleans Saints. Meanwhile, for the Packers, the early struggles continue as they'll sink to 0-3. And they'll be at home for one next week as the Atlanta Falcons come to town.